Live in Washington, D.C. at the White House for NRS radio and TV feed, an interview with President Clinton by broadcast columnist Norma Sanders. Mr. President, it's good to be with you today, this New Year's morning. It's good to be with you. You doing all right? Yeah, I think I partied too hard as president last night. We had quite a show of a force of support. A lot of our friends were there. Not some of the friends I'd like to have been there, but enough of some of my top contributors and friends, celebrities and the like. What is on your agenda for early this year? Well, one of the things is the crime bill. That's something that I think needs to be addressed. Another thing, and this probably ain't going to be among the more prominent things, but maybe amend some regulations regarding HUD to make it a lot more accessible to those of low income. I'm going to be speaking with Henry Cisneros between now and August for a variety of meetings to deal with that. And then, of course, the crime bill is something that we're going to submit, as well as health care. The commission is supposed to give its final report in almost a couple of weeks, and then we will submit the idea of such legislation before Congress. There are some famous celebrities that advocate for this, as well as one of your top domestic analysts. If you're referring to one of my top domestic analysts, who is a good friend of mine, personal friend of mine, I'm not sure about Hillary. She has been an excellent support. I can't say that we necessarily agree, but the concern is she's joining some of the feminist celebrities in advocating for population control as a part of reproductive issues, as a part of the health care proposal. Yes, it is. It is. It's something that's need be to be done. Now, there's some in the mainstream Americans, the majority of them, that say, well, I don't want to say out of touch. I'm much rather say inaccessible, and perhaps out of step, out of form. I have been more accessible in this first year of the administration. Granted, lately, maybe not so much as people would like. I got a lot of demands and requests on my time, and I honor those that I can, and those that I can't, I turn over to the high officials in the administration to take care of accordingly. There is an issue among Somalia, and Libertarian Congressman Ron Paul has suggested that now is the time for the United States to pull out of Somalia. I don't think that that's a good idea. We don't have the Navy support there that we need, because pirates can become a major issue. Also, Adid, as crazy as he is, he would turn Somalia into a free-for-all until Sharia law is enforced. We can't deal with that. There's genocide involved in there. And of course, I know one of the things that a lot of news networks talk about is there's been no ceasefire there because of how crazy Adid is. Some people like Jesse Jackson want to do a fact-finding mission on the matter. What is your view of that?
Well, he can have his fact-finding mission, but I need to consult with some people, namely in state and defense, to see how to approach this. I think some of the things that he can find might be damning against us, and so I got to make sure to do damage control and have the proper public affairs in order to make sure that there ain't too much damage, because we've already been wearing enough egg on our face from Somalia.
There is some story from liberals in your own party, progressives in your own party, that your crime bill is too draconian.
I understand that it seems severe. Considering your viewers and listeners, I might say this, that is, for the past 4 to 5 years now, maybe even longer, people have gotten sick of crime. And so this legislation is necessary. Granted, I know there's some Democratic congressmen and senators from states with high population and urban centers that might vote against it. I don't understand it. We might get more conservative and libertarian support on this matter, so that's something you listeners might want to think about.
There are some of religious conviction that might say your administration under Donna Shalala and Jocelyn Elders and Mrs. Clinton might go against religious exemption. What is your view?
That is not strictly true. All matters on religion will be done, as far as religious exemption, will be done on a case-by-case basis, regardless of the report. I'm going to pour over as much as I can, talk to my advisors, and make sure we get the best package possible for the American people.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. On behalf of NRS, Radio and TV News Feed, this is Norma Sanders saying, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, honey.